Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Newbert from VoodooFX. In today's video, we'll be doing a quick update on the Kilowatt eyes. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we're back here today working on the Kilowatt eyes and getting prepared to mount these into the actual eye housing itself. This kind of went through kind of a couple different processes in order for me to get there to prepare this for the actual fit. Main thing was picking the color to get the eyes to look proper. So what we ended up doing is, and I'm going to go through this just kind of like in a really quick version here. So the kit comes with these beautiful cast acrylic eyes, and they're tinted slightly in the yellow amber color, which is very close and very accurate to the originals. And again, they sit in these little eye cups when it's all said and done, and the accuracy, they look just really good. But there was a process of trying to go through this and trying to pick out the exact kind of light that I wanted to get in here, because in the actual me studying the footage, I found out that it was kind of more of a amber or a yellowish orange color as far as the look goes. And if you put white, I tried white on these at first, and it was just too it turned it too light yellow. It didn't really look too good. But I just received some of these really custom golden ambered colored LEDs, which are a very wide angle, and they're going to fit this application perfect. So anyway, let me show you that right away. So these are what they call this is a wide pan style LED, and I just did a little test mock-up, but these will be slightly embedded into the eye itself. But I'm going to show it to you. Let me see. So you can kind of see it when it's on. It's got that beautiful like yellowish amber color, but these are just really nice and bright and perfect for this application. And again, I'll center this light up. There's probably a little bit better rendering of it. It's hard to get it centered here without having it actually in there. So what I'm going to do is, again, lighting wise, is I'm going to take, as best I can, I'm going to put a little tiny dot in the very center of this back of the eye cup, or the actual eye itself, and then I'm going to drill it out, and I'm going to drill it out to fit this LED inside the actual light. And again, I might need to play a little bit with the throttling down of the light source, because it's quite bright and a little bit overpowering. So I might have to actually go down to a little bit lower, higher resistor value to get the light cut back a little bit. I felt that it was kind of a little bit strong overall. So I'll play with that once I get the wiring, but I can go ahead and move forward and do the drill out and all that stuff to get it in there. So that's basically that's all there is to this setup for the lights, is to drill out a hole, mount your LED in there, get the proper resistor value. And again, when I have the kits available, I'll have the proper resistor value already figured out. And basically these eye cups are just going to literally sit right inside here. And just to give you kind of a general idea, that's kind of how they're going to look when they're mounted in place. And again, it's just a beautiful looking, Dream Studios did a really nice job at the castings on these clear parts. So anyway, that is that. And then I also went ahead, and I didn't show the actual drill outs, but on these arm pieces, or these arm lights, these are a 3mm diffused LED, and they fit very, very snugly into the holes. Now you're going to need to drill this out and kind of open it up a little bit, but he's already drilled a pilot starter hole in there. So all you need to do is run through it a few times and open it up and then just make it just enough to fit that LED in there. But these things just look dynamite. I'll turn one on for you, and you can kind of take a look at it. Let me just plug it in here. Since I don't have a resistor against it, I got to make sure to just use my tester. So there you go. So there is the arm light. And again, these are like a red diffused look. These are very accurate to the original. Again, I took the time and the effort to kind of go for that original look, and I felt that this best suited the overall appearance. Guys have tried fiber optics. They've tried different ways of kind of treating this end light, but really this is very accurate to the original. So again, this is this will come in the kit for the lighting package, and it's a 3mm red diffused LED, and that's it looks very authentic to the original style setup. So anyway, that is the main two areas that I'm tackling today. These arm lights are not going to be going into the install until the very end because they're kind of sensitive, and I'm slowly working my way out the bottom of the model. And that's kind of where I'm at as far as I'm getting all these little subsections and all these little subparts built up prior. So then that way when I go to do the assembly work, I can just literally just wire it all together. So after this video is shot and kind of finished up and these parts are ready, I'll be ready to do actually the install on the and putting them onto the model. I just recently just finished all the mid-ring light and the top upper light. So that zone is taken care of and done. Now I'm working my way basically up the bottom of the model and all the way out to the finish. So I'm thinking that I'm going to work my way through the fusion core and then work my way up to some of the mid lighting for there's an on light that's on the bottom of the core as well that I have to light, and I don't know how I'm going to do it with. I might just use a small array of LEDs to light it. The first test initially, it wasn't strong enough for me. I needed a little bit more light out of it. So by using one LED, it was just not enough output for my taste. So it might work fine for anybody else, but for me, I just needed to be a little bit more punchy. So anyway, that is going to be the next stage throughout this build. And again, once I finish this up, I'm working my way from the bottom on up. I've probably repeated myself to say this again, but again, this seems to be good for this style model since it's a 2.5 model. I can work it in a little at a time. So anyway, so I'm going to wrap this video up. I don't want to get you bored too much with all this. This is the Kilowatt eye and arm light sections that are going to be assembled today and put together. And then I might follow through with this very small ending video, but I might just show this all starting to come together in a later video, because again, this is just, I'm hooking up a couple LEDs. The arm lights are already done. All I need to do is add a resistor for the arm lights, and I need to add a resistor for these eye lights as well. Okay, so I just wanted to add this into a little bit of an update on the Kilowatt eyes before I go ahead and mount these. So I went ahead and carefully siliconed the not only LEDs but actually the eye cups and the clear parts together into one one big blob of silicone. So let me kind of show it to you. Well, it's not a big blob, but anyway, so this is what I came up with as far as the eyes go. And again, I drilled out the back. And as you can see there, I got that wired ambered LED that mounts right up onto there, and it's all right in the center. And then I siliconed it in place overnight. And then I went ahead, and this morning I went ahead and I filled the cup with silicone, the clear part, and I just kind of just stuffed it in there, and that's what I got. So now I'm going to go ahead and scuff these up, and get these edges all prepped, and I'm ready to mount it into the eyepiece. By the way, too, they look great. I'm really happy with the overall result of the way that they look. So, again, a good color for the LED, and a good method of doing this, mounting the eyes all in silicone. That way I don't have to worry about any problems with crazing on the clear parts. I really wanted to avoid that at all costs, just because I thought the lenses were so nice. I was trying to protect them and maintain their appearance the best I could. That's why, again, I used the silicone method. So anyway, so let me go ahead. I'm going to mount these up, and I'll try to add this into the video, or maybe even make another video with just at this stage that we're at. So now, again, I'm moving forward. I'm going to be mounting the eyes into the main part right here, and that'll be it. The eyes they'll be done. Okay, so just before I wanted to get ready to mount this eye set in the Kilowatt model, I wanted to show a little feature that I added on here, and I just wanted to kind of, this is kind of like an add-in thing that can be done on the model if you want to or not. So anyway, what I've added is I've added some mesh on the outside and this little gap in here just to give it a little bit more detail. Again, you know, this is not crucial or doesn't need to be done, but again, it's something that I just, you know, I felt that it needed something to kind of fill that void up a little bit where the these gaps were. So that's what I did. You can kind of see how I cut the pieces to fit inside here. And again, I just used a little bit of CA, scuffed them up, and I just literally mounted them right inside there. And it worked out great. So I'm totally satisfied where the for this added part. And then what I'm just going to give the little tip is where I found this mesh is I found this mesh in the auto body department at automobile supply house. This mesh is for fiberglass repair work or body work, and it's nice. It comes with a little bit of backing that's got self-sticky on it, which is nice because then you can kind of just mount it up on there. I had to remove mine prior to putting it in here because I wanted it to not have the sticky anywhere on there. So that I actually took a little bit of lacquer thinner and I ended up rubbing it on here and removing the sticky. But anyway, so all you're going to need to do is to cut it to fit in the size. And I think you could pretty much pick this stuff up at any auto body shop or even just automobile supply where they have repair kits for fiberglass or body work. And again, it cuts really easy. I just used a standard pair of scissors to cut it out. And I just kind of just did a rough, I took a Sharpie and just did a rough outline. And then I cut it really long. And then that's it. That's how we achieved those little tiny grid work or grading work that we put over there. And I think it really adds a lot of nice accents to the model. So anyway, so this is just this is just a little bit of an update video. But I wanted to show it because I usually get a lot of questions after I actually launch a product or show it. And then everybody asks, oh, hey, how did you do that? Or where did you get that stuff at? So this is kind of this is the answer to where I got it from. And again, this is just an added feature that you can add on to your model or not, and just go with it just the way it is. It's still a nice piece either way. Again, I just thought that it added a nice little bit of kind of detail that just kind of fills in that little spot and makes it look pretty cool. So anyway, so that will conclude this video. And again, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do at this time. And like and subscribe. And again, we'll see you on the next video. And again, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.